Hi friends, I'm your Karthik Ranukate and this is Kate Tutorials. In this video, we are going to discuss about fats and oils. Right. So what are these fats? What are these oils? Everything we shall going to study in this classes, right? In the upcoming videos, right? So uh, how these plants and oils are obtained, right? So this both fats as well as oils both are present in plants and animals, right? Right. In plants, what happens? Plants store this oils and fat in form of seeds. For example, sunflower oil, like that. Sunflower oil will get from sunflower seeds, right? So in this way, we will store it them in seeds. And in animals, they will be lying in below the skin and in muscles, right? So where we will find these fats and oils, right? From there we will extract and we'll get these fats and oils, right? So before going further, let us see the structure of fats and oils, right? Later I will tell you how to distinguish fats and oils, how to differentiate between fats and oils, right? That we shall see in later videos, right? So in this video, let us see the structure now, right? So this CH2, right? O C O R CH O C O R. Let me write it R1 R2 here, and here again CH2O CO R3, right? So this is nothing but our oils or fats, right? So we call it as triglycerides. The name we can call it as triglycerides. Triglycerides. Why we call them triglycerides? The meaning is here. If I do acidic hydrolysis to this H3O plus, means water containing acid, if I do hydrolysis, it will break this bond only. See here, which I am showing with red marker. This bond only it will break, because this carbon are electrophilic, because it is attached to double bond O, right? So here water will be the right. This water H2O having lone pairs can attack to this carbon only, because of which this electron density goes and comes back, and this bond will be broken. So O negative will get, if I want to write few steps, I can write here like this. So we'll get here CO minus, CHO minus, and here again CH2O minus, like that, right? So here acidic hydrolysis means acid will be there in excess H plus, so that H plus, all these oxygen negative charge will take this H plus, right? Similarly here, what we will get, we other side we will get these structures like R CO, oxygen attacked, right? So acid group will get, right? So this is how we will get. So one time I'll get R1 COH, next time I'll get R CO OH, R2 COH, and R3 COOH. So this is the thing when we do acidic hydrolysis of this triglycerides, right? Triglycerides, when we do acidic hydrolysis, we'll get these structures. So here now you have to read like CH2OH, right? CH2OH, and this is CHOH, right? So the name, if I want to write, this is nothing but glycerol, right? So these glycerols are available in most of the cosmetics, right? So they make the skin smooth, right? So glycerides, right? Let me write again the structure. So now you should be able to understand CH2OH, CHOH, and CH2OH. So this is the structure of glycerol. How we got glycerol? If I do this triglycerides are nothing but our fats and oils. Fats and oils contain this ester group. If you see, this is ester group, right? This is simply ester group. So our fats and oils contain triester of glycerol, because here we will get glycerol. This is glycerol and fatty acid. These are fatty acids. I will tell them about those things also. I will tell you, right? So I will get RCO, R1, HOCO, R2, and HOCO, R3, right? So these are the fatty acids we call fatty acids, right? So this is how we will get, right? So whenever we have these fats and oils, so what all the things we have learned? Fats and oils. So fat and oils are nothing but they contain ester groups, tri esters of glycerol. For example, I did like this, right? I took the example of this compound like this, CH2O COR, right? Like this, CHO COR, again CH2O COR. All these contain this ester group. See here, so this is the ester group they contain, right? So fats and oils contain this triesters of glycerol. Why we call glycerol? Because when we do this acidic hydrolysis, we get glycerol plus acids. I will get these acids are nothing but our fatty acids. Can you able to distinguish between fats and fatty acids? Because see, whenever I do hydrolysis, above only have shown you, so I'll get these acids, right? See here, R1COOH. So here everywhere I have this acid group, COOH group. This is COOH. So acid group is there. So we call them as fatty acids, right? So this is how we will get glycerol and fatty acids, right? So this about fatty acid, let us see few more things, right? So these fatty acids are long chain hydrocarbons, right? So these fatty acids are long chain hydrocarbons containing COOH group, right? So this fatty acid can be saturated and this can be unsaturated, and within this unsaturated they can be cis and they can be trans. For example, cis fatty acid we have, trans fatty acid we have, saturated fatty acids we have, right? So these are the fatty acids. They contain long chain of hydrocarbon containing COH group. For example, let me take this structure. See here. So if I want to tell, this stearic acid is there. Stearic acid, right? So stearic acid is a fatty acid. So what kind of fatty acid, stearic acid it is? See here, its structure is like this: CH3, CH2, 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 CH2. Like this, total CH2 16 groups will be there. Total, if I count, see here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, and 17. And here it will be COOH. So this is my fatty acid. If you count total number of carbon, total it will be around 18 carbon should be there. So it is having C18 carbon. Count just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, right? And they are having this COH group, right? So acid group is there, right? So instead of writing, so see, this is the long chain of hydrocarbon containing acid group. So these are called fatty acids, right? So instead of writing all this structure, what we write is simply, I'll write like this: CH3, CH2, how many times? It is 16 times COOH, right? So this is CH3 and this is COOH, and here totally 16 carbons are there, CH2 groups. We will write like this, or sometimes they will write also like this: CH3, CH2, right? COOH. So they will make it as 16, right? So it is understood that here 3 hydrogens are there, 1, 2, 3. So it is CH3 group, and here 2 hydrogens will be there. We know that in this structure we never show like hydrogens, we just simply write it like the CH3, CH2, COOH, and here we make it as 16. So this is the simple structure of stearic acid, right? Similarly, we have so many. If you want this unsaturation, right? For example, here I have this structure. See here, oleic acid. It is also a unsaturated fatty acid. It is, right? This is oleic acid. Its structure, if I want to show, CH3, it is having CH2 7 times, CH double bond, CH, again CH2 7 times, COH, right? So this is the formula of it. See how many big number of carbons. So one carbon here, so one carbon here, 8, 9, 10, 11 plus 7, right? So it is C18, right? So number of carbon are 18 here also, right? So these are the C18, but here if you see, here it has got unsaturation, right? Unsaturation is nothing but double bond or the triple bond. So unsaturation is there, right? So this unsaturation, you see here, if I want to show like this double bond here, and this CH2 and CH3, CH2 how many times? 7 times, and here also CH2 7 times, and here COH. So this is my cis, I can call it as oleic acid, right? This is cis oleic acid. If the same structure, if I write like this in the transform like this, so unsaturation is there, here CH2 and here methyl CH3, and again here CH2 and here COH, then it is transoleic acid, right? In nature they will be available in cis trans. So fatty acids are nothing but, I hope you understood, fatty acid and fats both are different. From fats, if I do acidic hydrolysis, I will get fatty acids, right? So that I have told you in initial class only, right? So fatty acids are long hydrocarbon containing COH group, and they can be saturated fatty acid and they can be unsaturated fatty acids, right? So they will be having around more than C18, so many carbons, right? So different fatty acids. So I gave you the structure of stearic acid, oleic acid, right? So similarly we have this one, palmitic acid. Its formula is like CS3 CH2 14 times it is, and COOH, right? And if you see its melting point, they told that it is 63 degrees Celsius. Whereas stearic acid, which I have given you the structure above, stearic acid, right? So they saw that its formula is like CS3 CH2 16 times COOH, right? So and its melting point they have seen at 70 degrees. So it is melting point in degrees Celsius, right? So similarly, oleic acid, which we saw above only, oleic acid which has containing unsaturation, right? So they have given it the formula CH3 CH2 7 times CH double bond CH, again CH2 7 times COH, right? And melting point, see here, only 4 degrees Celsius it is, right? Because of this unsaturation. Why this melting point decreases? Because of unsaturation, that we shall discuss in next class, right? So just I'm going to give the examples of fatty acid. So I'm going to give here. So linolenic acid. So linolenic acid, if you see the formula, it is CH3 CH2 4 times CH double bond CH CH2, again CH double bond CH CH2 7 times COH, right? And if you see its melting point, it is only minus 5 degrees Celsius, right? So here in this linolenic acid, if you see, unsaturation are more, here one unsaturation and here one unsaturation, two unsaturations are there, right? So greater than saturation, its melting point will again decreases. Why, that we shall discuss in next class, right? So if you count the number of carbon here, 1 4 means it is 4 it is, so total 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 and 18. So almost all fatty acids are having C18, right? C18 carbon, right? Here also see 1 plus 7 8 9 10 10, and this is 17 and 18. So here also 18 carbon. Here if you count, it is 16 17 and 18, so 18 carbons. Most of the fatty acids will have 18 carbon. So long chain means they will contain 18 carbon. So here if you see, it is 14 15 and 16. Here this what it is, palmilic acid is there, right? So it is having 16 carbon. Like that, fatty acids will vary, right? So this is the story of fatty acids, right? So in general, if I take fatty acid, all three fatty acids like this are COOH. I'll take similarly R COOH. So let R means here it will be long chain. So here all are having C17. Let us assume C17. Here also again I'll take one fatty acid like this. So again it is having C17. Right. So here I will take this one glycerol. Right. So glycerol structure is CH2. It is like this CH2 and OH. Here also OH. Here also OH. Right. So OH form this, H form this. These reactions you should know. This is simple esterification reaction we call, right? Because acid when react with alcohol, they will form esters. Here fatty acid is there. Here instead of alcohol I have glycerol. I will get esters. Triesters I will get, but we call them as fats or oils. The difference between fats and oils that I will tell you later, right? So this is how we prepare, right? So what I'll get? I'll get R, see here, CO O CH2, and here CH, here CH2, again O CO R, CO R. This is how we prepare this fatty acids. Sorry, not fatty acid, fats or oils. Here it is fatty acid reacted with glycerol to give fats and oils, right? So this is how the reaction, you I hope you know the mechanism. If you want to study, it is simply see here, these oxygens, glycerol oxygens will be having lone pairs, right? They will attack this electrophilic carbon. So this bond goes up, comes back, and this OH is a good leaving group, it leaves the system, like that the mechanism. So only this OH will be removed and this H, not this OH. We won't remove this OH, right? So these are the basics which we have studied in esterification, right? Same thing we have done here. So this is our fats or oils, right? So we studied the synthesis of fats and oils, and also we are able to now distinguish what are fats and what are fatty acids. Both are different. From fats we will get fatty acids, and also we can prepare fats using fatty acids, which I have shown in this reaction, right? So once we studied this, let us see some physical properties of oils and fats, right? So now it's time to study the physical properties of oils and fats. So now you should be able to distinguish between fats and fatty acid. Both are different, I have told you, right? So what are fats, what are fatty acids, how to distinguish, that I have told you, right? From fats, if we do hydrolysis, acidic hydrolysis, we will get fatty acids. From fatty acids to this plus glycerol, if I add, then I'll get fats. Like that we can prepare fats as well as fatty acids from fats. So this is how it will happen, right? So let us see some physical properties. So first, physical properties: oils and fats can be liquid or solid, right? They can be liquid or solid, but both will have greasy touch. If you touch these oils or fats, you will see greasy, like slippery you will find it, right? And most of the time, if it is fat or oil in pure state, if we take those in pure state, oil and fat, they will be colorless, odorless, and tasteless. So this is the second point. In pure state, oils and fats are colorless, odorless, and tasteless. And if you put, see here, you take a container, put it in water, it is having water, and to that just you add oil or fat. You will see that this oil and fat will be above surface only. They won't mix with water. No doubt they won't mix, because oils are having hydrocarbons, whereas water is polar, whereas oils and fats are non-polar. so they won't mix. But if you see, these oils and fat will float on the water. So from this it is clear that these oils and fats will have this specific gravity less than that of water. Specific gravity less than water. So it is less than 1. The water specific gravity is 1, but these oils and fat will be having less than 1, so they float on the surface of water, right? This is the third point. And fourth point, right? So oils are oils and fats are non-polar, so they are soluble in non-polar solvent. So non-polar solvent means most of the organic solvents are non-polar. So what are those organic solvents? For example, we have chloroform, right? Chloroform, benzene, all these are non-polar and these are organic solvent. Ether. So oils and fats are soluble in these solvents, right? And also I have told, whenever I have water, to this if I add any these oils and fats, they will be above on the surface only, so they won't mix. So we can mix this oils and this water, we can mix by adding soap, right? If you add soap, they will mix and they will form a emulsion like structure. So they will form emulsion when we add soap in oil and water system, they will form emulsion. So these are the few physical properties of oils and fats, right? So we have discussed most of the things, I hope, right? So uh, as I told, these fats and oils are there, right? Fats and oils, they can be simple or they can be mixture. So what are these simple fats and oils that we shall see now, right? Simple fats and oils, for example, this one, tripalmitin, it is a simple glyceraldehyde, right? So simple fats, or simply we call it as fats, we call it as simple glyceraldehyde, glyceride, not glyceraldehyde, glyceride. Why this fat is simple? The reason for that is, see here, if I give you the structure, you will understand. So it will be having CH2O, CO, C15, H31. Similarly, one more CH, O, CO, C15, H31. Again CH2, O, CO, C15, H31. If you see, everywhere I have used the same kind of fatty acid, right? So fatty acid, when I treated with this glycerol, this is glycerol, right? CH2OH here, right? The single bond CH OH, and here this is glycerol. So glycerol and same kind of fatty acid. This is also same, this is also same, this is also same. Then if three same fatty acid we use, we'll get simple glyceride, right? So that is simple fats we'll get, right? And the name of that fat is tri. I have written here, right? Tripalmitin, right? That is the structure of its fat. If I have this different acid, if I make use of it, then I'll get a different kind of fats. For example, see here, same glycerol will be same, right? Here OH will be there, but after it reacts with fatty acid, that H will be replaced, right? So I'll get like this. So here C will be there, double bond O, like this, C double bond O. So ester is formed, but here I am going to use different fatty acids here. C15H31, here it is C17H35, and here I have used C15H31, right? So these two are same, but this fatty acid is different fatty acid. So this kind of fats or oils, we call it as mixed glyceride, right? So this is how we will differentiate, right? So this is the small thing which we wanted to learn, right? So once we have studied this, Let us see few more concepts. So what are the importance of oils that we shall see, right? So my next topic is here, oils, how it is important in industries, industrial purpose, how we use these oils, that we shall see. So as I have told, these are there, right? So many these vegetable oils are there, right? So for example, the above structure only, tripalmitin, it is used in making soaps, skin products, right? And perfumes they will make use, and other cosmetics, right? So I will tell you the reaction how we prepare these soaps also using these acids, because vegetable oils means since tripalmitin is there, right? So now only let me tell you about that. So tripalmitin structure is like this: CH2O, CO, C15H31 it is, right? Similarly here, sorry, not this bond, this CHO, CO, C15H31. Everywhere we have C15H31. Again CH2O, CO, C15H31. So this is our fat, and the name of this fat is tripalmitin. Tripalmitin, right? So this is our fat. I mean, this is our oil, not fat. It is oil. So to this, if I add this sodium hydroxide in presence of water, or potassium hydroxide in presence of water, I will get glycerol here, no doubt. CH2OH, CHOH, and CH2OH. This glycerol is there, right? So most of the cosmetics this contain this glycerol. And here what I will get, if I have used this sodium to do hydrolysis, I will get fatty acid like this: C15S31 COO, instead of H, since basic I have used O plus NMIs, sodium salt of fatty acid. So these are nothing but our soaps. So this is how we make use of soaps, right? So if I had done this acidic hydrolysis, I used to get fatty acids, right? So because OH will be there, so I used to get fatty acid. But here I have used basic hydrolysis. This is NaOH in presence of water. So basic hydrolysis means sodium salt of fatty acid will get. Then the simple name of that is soap. Soaps are nothing but sodium or potassium salt of fatty acids, right? So these are nothing but simply soaps. Instead of sodium or potassium, if I had this hydrogen only, HOCO, and this R group, say, then it will be fatty acids. Since this H is replaced by sodium or potassium, we call it as soaps, right? So here sodium means Na plus and K plus, right? So most of the times when we use this K plus, right? So in like Lux, those costly soaps, if you see, they will be having potassium, because potassium is more costlier than this sodium, right? So these are the things, right? So few more industry purposes are there that we shall see now, right? Few more concepts, like so first one is we use these oils and fats for this skin product and perfume, right? And the second industry importance of these oils and fat, some oils contain this oleic acid, I have told you, which contain unsaturation, and linolenic acid, right? Oils containing this oleic acid and linolenic acid, they are suitable for drying agent. What are the drying agent? Again, with the next video you will get those things, right? So drying agent, so they will dry easily as soon as we coat them with these oils, and we live in atmosphere, they will dry. So once they dry, they will stick with the wood, right? So they will stick with the wood, so we use them as paints. I hope you got it, right? So whenever I have this wood, let us assume that it is a wood, so I will add these oils above it. So here, so I will keep for half an hour it will get dried. So this is how it will protect this wood. This is how. So these are used as painting of wood treatment products. We can make use of these oils, right? So this is the second important. And again, some vegetable oils. Vegetable oils means the oils which we get from plants. So those are called vegetable oils. So these we can use for insulators. As a insulator we can use. Which insulator? Electrical industry. Insulator in electrical industry. And they saw that these insulators, these vegetable oils which we used as insulators in electrical industry, these are very eco-friendly. So non-toxic and biodegradable. They are not like plastics, they degrade when with time in soil, they get degraded. So these are very important. So eco-friendly those are. And also some vegetables oils like castrol castrol oil, which we put in our bikes machine, right? Where it acts as a lubricant there, right? It acts as a lubricant. And also some in they are used in medicinal purposes. Medicine, we use this castor oil as we lubricant in bikes we use, right? So many importance. And also some oils, for example, jatropha. From jatropha plant we will get jatropha jatropha oil, which is used as biodiesel. Using this oil we can run the machines. So these are used as biodiesel of jatropha oil. So these are the few applications of vegetable oils, right? So many things are there that we shall see in next classes. Till then, take care and have a great day.